Excellent. We are now recording. Welcome to the call, guys. This is Damon Nelson. I'm along with Wayne Atkinson, and we want to welcome you to Geek Out Fridays. It is August 13th, so Friday the 13th. We're going to make it a good day, not a superstitious day. And we got an exciting announcement, and we kind of teased you over the last couple of weeks about what was coming up. And I wanted to give you a little bit of background to what we're going to introduce today. We were requested by one of the clients on the DFY could we duplicate a site? And might as well go ahead and show you the site we were asked to duplicate. And you don't mind, Wayne, do you?
No. Obviously, we've not ripped it off. We've used our own tech. But the way that it looks is the basis of what we've done.
Yeah. This is one of the most popular celebrity sites out there right now. And there's been some studies about why this is so popular. It is just strictly a gossip page. And that's all it is. But you see how clean it is. There's no ads, nothing distracting. So people come on here, and this, kind of similar to what a ZergNet site is, very face focused. So all the images are really focused on the face. And this has a little over 1 million views a month going to it. And you click on it and you can see, there's a little blog post, got a little probably Facebook ads running. So you can see I've been looking at SEMrush along with some other tools. We got some Facebook ads in here, and then you come up and here's next up, and very similar to what you would typically see in a blog post. And it just keeps on scrolling and scrolling. So and we're looking at doing something like that. But the overall layout is very, very clean. You've got your 3 primary headers, and then it just keeps scrolling. You get down to the very bottom, and it's kind of like our link pin sites. It just keeps on scrolling, a little bit slower than what ours do. So that's what we're going to talk about. This is what we call a NewsBoard site. So I'm going to close that and open another screen here. Let's go over here. So let's see what some of these look like. We have built a couple of them, and I'm going to log into it from here. This is my Masher control panel. So we started yesterday, and this is how fast they are to build up. So there's the gossip news. This is going to be a celebrity site. So I'm just going to hit visit site. See how quick that loads right there? And using our smart crop technology that we're using through Banner Bear, we're doing an AI face-focused image in here, and very, very fast loading. And in fact, let's go to Hollywood. Let's click on this one here. See how fast this page loads? We got the latest post, and you can put ads up here, put ads throughout the content, got categories, and then we come down to, did you miss our previous article? So we're probably going to put a scrolling service in here at some point in the future where we just keep throwing posts in here, but this is a brand new site. I started it last night about 9:30 at night. I had some mashes already scheduled, and I had it in the news build site format. So it looked something like Fresh Celebrities. This is my other news site. Okay, so this is Fresh Celebrities. This is what you're familiar with is our news sites where you can kind of scroll through, and the images, they look okay. They're kind of skewed. We take whatever we get and we put them in. So there could be bad images coming in. And so you could still use the news site. And this is going to be, I would recommend, this is great for a lot of content. However, if you're doing something that is very image focused, and instead of doing a link pin and a news site at the same time, why don't you just combine them and make it look like this? And you can even have videos in here. Now, for some reason, the arrows weren't working when I first started it, but there's a YouTube video that you can play. Very easy to use, and you have a sidebar over here that has, you can put your privacy policy terms, and they're all category. I don't have any, my fashion schedule's not working right now, but so this is all about politics. And guys, this was, like I said, it was done overnight, and it's already starting to populate. Hollywood, I'm pushing a lot of content in this side over here. So this is going to be really built up. Then you got your social share buttons up here. Now, I think I just have some, yeah, they're just pound signs right now, but you can, I think we even had Snapchat and Reddit and some other ones in here. Very, very clean look. And this is one I started last night. Here's another one. This is Bad Politicians. So I'm putting it over here. And very nice little site. Over time, this is going to have hundreds, if not thousands, of posts in here. And they can click in it and see how fast this loads. This is going to help your SEO. This is going to help your rankings because they load super fast. There's nothing slowing them down right now. In fact, the only thing that's going to slow this down is probably Google AdSense coming in here. And I'm building one out. So I'll just show you, you know, it's the same setup on the inside. You got your post placement, categories, tags, authors. And so if you built a master site, I mean, it's very similar. This is the site setup. Now we have three options. We have a news board. Inside of the news board, we have a link style and a link style 3 wide. So let me do this. I'm going to get out of, I'm actually setting this one up so you can kind of see what it looks like. Let's just come over here. I don't have anything going to it. All I've done is put the logos in so you can kind of see what they look like. So I'll just do this, visit site. So this is when you first set it up, this is kind of what it's going to look like. And then you use RSSMasher to feed it and get it all running. Okay, so let's go into, I'm going to show you the 3 different views that we have. So I'm going to go into the gossip news. This is the one that we've been working on. Come down here to site setup. Okay, now this is what we call the news board site. This is very similar to what you might have seen with the Nikki Swift site, but you can change it around. This is the beauty about this news board style, is if you like the old link pin sites that we have, I'm going to look at a link view first. So let's just hit update. Come over here and hit refresh. Okay, so this looks like our link pin site. Looks very, very similar to it right now. In fact, the colors went away here. We probably need an alternate color scheme.
That's how it builds it.
Oh, okay.
It looks like a link pin site. Exactly. That's why it's called that.
Perfect. So that was using the link view. Let's see what it looks like with the pin view on the link style. And it's just kind of what your preference is. So this is a lot cleaner. Now, all these images have been face cropped using the Banner Bear, the smart AI. So they look really pretty decent. But let's look at the other style that we have. We have a link style 3 wide where we have a little bit of banner padding on the left and right. So let's see what that looks like. We're still in the pin view of it. Pin view means it's not going to show the description box.
And they look a bit like Pinterest. The titles overlaid onto the image rather than underneath.
Yep. So this is a really clean look. If you like this better than the news board site, very, very clean look. And let's look at one more thing. We'll look at the link view, so you can see the difference here. Refresh. Okay, notice the title is dropped down. It's got its own little space for it. So really clean look. Me personally, we designed this to be a news board. Very, very fast loading website for you. Over here and hit refresh. So we're back to what we started with. Now this is a video. The video thumbnail comes across with black bars on it. You can tell this is a video. And that there is an arrow button. We're getting it fixed right now, a play button to be an indicator that this is a video for you. But you can see how, I mean, this is, look at the cropping. This is the actual featured image of the article. And if you go back here, you can see it kind of cropped around the face. So this helps in visually getting it and making it into clickable link bait for you. But everything is all on one website. You could spend, a lot of time building all these websites, but this one is a very, very clean website, very easy and quick to build. So once you have your site ready, like basically got it ready. I need to get some authors in there. I'll use minion builders to create some, and I'll just, so you can kind of see, I'm going to take it from a bare bones, nothing in it, where it will look like this. And we're going to make it into looking like this. And all this is done just by simply feeding it with RSSMasher. Any questions? Comments?
We had one from Steve basically saying, but do these sites make money? And I replied, well, all the Masher sites make money. You've got to be consistent and post regular with RSSMasher. RSSMasher builds backlinks for you. You just leave it, set it, and forget it. And then over time, if your feeds and your articles are good, they get ranked and get social traffic, etc., etc. But one of the things that we've done that will accelerate some of that, I will show you shortly with what we've done in terms of advertising on the NewsBoard.
So to answer that question this is Nikki Swift. Their site makes, so it's in the six figures of what it makes on a monthly basis. That's on a monthly basis. And I don't get the P&L statement, so I can't tell you the exact numbers. I've read the reports on this particular site. They do a lot of the articles themselves. They do a lot of the articles are picked up from the Newswire service. So do you see, I don't see any ads even on the homepage. It's a very, very clean operation, a very clean site. But when you click into it, then that's when you'll actually start seeing the ads. And they cover it with AdSense. I mean, they're all over with AdSense. So you can see that just in that, there's 5 articles from AdSense. So they make their money on banner ads and on affiliate referrals. But we've made it so you can come as close as you want to duplicating what they have with an RSS feed. So that's what we wanted to show you. And we're real excited about it because it's very, very simple to put together, especially if you've been doing news sites. Now, the thing that I know a question is going to pop up is, can we like this style, can we switch over from what we have already on a domain and go to this? The answer is no, but it may be a maybe in the future. We're not going to build a tool to swap them. What Wayne had to do for me to get Gossip News was already a full-blown site.
To be fair, we scrapped it.
Yeah, we scrapped everything on it last night, and I built this in less than 12 hours. And really, it only took about 30 minutes to build the site, and then RSSMasher took over. I just turned off the schedules while I built it, and then went back in and turned them on. But this time, I did the smart cropping in there. And Wayne, is that available now for everybody on the API Club? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you on RSSMashers where you would set your smart cropping up. And go in here to manage schedules. And let's just bring up the Gossip News. In fact, I'm going to bring this one up because I've got to change that schedule name. So hit edit. So your schedules, make sure I'm on the right schedule folder here. Okay. Update. I'm doing 5 per day between 9 a.m. and looks like 9 p.m. there. And I'm going to Masher site. Going to Gossip News. Here's the category I'm sending to, just a random author. I'm going to use the first image as featured. Yes. Upload all images. Yes. Skip this. You don't want to exclude that. And then I'm going to use Rightly because I'm part of the API Club. I'm going to go ahead and toss in a couple tags. It's going to do some smart tagging for me. And here's where it gets a little bit different is I've got the word AI integration. So I'm going to spin the title. Now, if you're with the API Club, you can actually use Spin Rewriter to spin the title if you want. But I'm going to use Word AI to do that. So I'm going to spin the title. And it's celebrities. I'll make it more adventurous with the title. And this is how much they actually spin and the words they might swap with. I'm going to use link processor. I'm going to do a silo and templates. This is the choices that you're going to have on your news board. One is blank. You can do just a straight smart crop, which it doesn't take into consideration where the face is. So I'm going to do a smart crop face AI for Masher news boards only. Now, Wayne, it actually burns 2 credits, right?
It does burn 2 credits, but at the moment, it'll only burn 1 of your credits. So we're doing a bit of a special while we're running this as it's new. Yeah.
Because it really does make a huge difference between that face AI and not doing any cropping at all.
Effectively, we're giving you a credit every time you use one when you use this face AI.
Yep. Because we want to encourage you to use it. I mean, guys, the reason we put this out there and the whole reason we're doing this is so that our site looks like very similar to a site like this. So if we can do that, just by doing a little bit of smart cropping, that's what we're going to do. Okay. And then you hit update. And that's all it takes. And now I'm also sending it to a link pin site. So I'm going to hit edit. A link pin, quick view news, and I'm going to put it in the category Hollywood. So let's just go over here and pull up quick news. Okay. Now you're starting to see a lot better images come across. They're all kind of face focused. I've got some duplicates in there, but these look pretty good. This is a regular link pin site. And they've got content that points back over to our Masher site. So let's just see what it looks like. There's one that, copy it, click on that. So it goes over to Gossip News. Okay. Now, when you're in RSSMasher, I'm looking at my link pin site right here, Hollywood. I'm going to point back to the Masher site post link. So I'm going back to Masher with the link. I'm going to go ahead and spin Word AI. I'm going to get a different title to put it into the Quick View News. I'm also going to spin the description. I'm just going to do regular here. I'm going to do link processor, and then I'm going to use that same smart cropping. Now, we've already smart cropped it once, so it's not going to cost you any credits. It's just using what we already have in the database, and we're just telling it to use this one in the database. Okay, so that's all it takes to switch this over from this was a regular news site, and I just made it into a NewsBoard site. Very simple. And then Twitter is the same thing. You know, I didn't have to do anything with Twitter. It's still pointing back to that. Now, Twitter is actually pulling the image when it Masher site post link. We're not replacing any of the images. So it's going to pull the featured image off of the Masher site, which is the one we just adjusted. So it's going to be a really nice image. I'm using Rightly with smart tags, putting auto emojifies and link processor, and then hit update. Now, we do have this set up if you're doing quotes, but we're not doing quotes, so we don't even need to use that at all. Okay. And once you're done, make sure it's active. Come over here, update, and finish. Okay. So real easy to set up. These are going to be really nice sites, especially if your content is visual. Celebrities, sports, anything that's featuring people, this is going to be a good alternative to doing just a regular news style site. And I'm still going to do a lot of these news style sites, but I'm probably going to switch over like Consumer News Network. This one, or RSS Super Feeds. I'm not going to make this into a NewsBoard site because this is really all over the map. I have lifestyle, viral news, hobbies, entertainment, and see how it's kind of skewed right here? It's because I haven't used smart cropping on this particular schedule. So I'll just need to go in and change that and use smart cropping on it. But I'll still use this. I love the look and feel of this. And of course, the articles still come over real fast too. I think the only thing slowing it down is this ad over here. So see how fast it pulls up here. And video view. So we recommend that you still use this if this is, if you're doing news, but if you're doing people-focused news, we've got a great alternative for you. Okay. Any questions, comments?
We've been asked a few times, are you having a promotion?
Yes, we are. But first, before we do this, Wayne, do we have the ad blocks ready?
Yes, do you want me to share my screen?
Before you go there,
yeah.
Question is, how would you put ads in here? I mean, Google AdSense, we're going to show you how to do that. But guys, people are making money with the blog posts themselves. They're doing advertorials, listicles, they're doing a lot of really good content, long form content. I have recommended to you Page Rewriter, Conversion AI, which is now Jarvis. We use Word AI to rewrite articles for you. So there's a lot of AI technology out there. I know Page Rewriter is going to have some options. You got Phrase out there. You got a lot of really nice tools that have come up on either AppSumo or using this AI engine to do original content. And we're going to be adding a content writing service that you can. We have a white label that we're going to basically add our VAs into a white label package real easy to do. You manage it yourself. I mean, you go in and order the articles, and then they'll be able to put them directly into the external content. Now, the question is how do you get, if you want custom articles, how do you get them from just scrolling off the screen? So that's what Lane's about to show us, is we have the ability to do featured posts in here so that they're within 1 or 2 scrolls, and you can repeat. You can do all types of randomization. Now, what this is going to lead into is when we get back to working on our auto blogging ads network, is if you check the easy button inside of your site setup, we're going to have an easy button in here, probably under ads, advertising, where you check the easy button, let us manage your ads for you, is we're going to be putting ads. They won't even look like ads. They're going to look like a blog post. So nobody would actually know that this is an advertorial or a listicle of some type in there until they click on it and they read through it. And then there's affiliate links built in throughout the entire article. In fact, Garen's on the call too, is we are going to be inserting our articles into your news sites, your NewsBoard sites. Now, it will probably pull them over to our sites, but we're going to share in the revenue that we make off of our advertorials. And that's where the auto blogging ads network is going to come in. So we're going to integrate all this together so that, you know, if you don't even want to worry about ad, you know, of course you'd want AdSense in there, but where you're going to make your higher revenue is when you start doing textual linking and affiliate linking and your own product linking in there inside of these. So, you know, you could talk about sports, fashion, and inside of fashions, I don't have anything right now, but you could have somebody doing articles about fashion trends that you would see online, and then they would have links to, you know, Target or Best Buy, not Best Buy, but Kohl's, you know, one of these clothing stores that they could purchase. And in fact, you'd have Amazon links and stuff like that. So we are preparing all these news sites so you can check the easy button inside your site setup. And it's going to be somewhere here. Be probably let us manage your ads. So I know it
may even be in the Masher control panel for ease.
Yeah. Yeah, we may have just a little checkbox where you could just go check, and let us manage all your ads for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to make it as easy as possible, and we still come back to the core concept. We want to make site building easy for you. We want content to be easy for you. We want advertising to be easy for you. And easy meaning let us do the work for you. You still have to go out and find a domain. You still have to make sure that you have a consistent flow of content, good content, and you have to socially link it out. So you have to go out and build your Twitter account, your Tumblr. That's why we did the Minion Builders, the Minion Builders Bootcamp, is you want to socially share this content along with work on SEO. That's where the external content, that's why we've been recommending all these page rewriters and conversion AIs, is we want to focus also on SEO along with social traffic. So we're working side by side with you to make this the best possible way to have a recurring income model from now and you know, long term in the future. Okay, Wayne, I'm going to let you take over here.
Okay. Okay, you can see my Masher.
Yep.
Great. Okay, I just want to show you something before I show you the ads. Is I created another site, which before the call didn't exist effectively. I've got the mashes set up ahead of time and the schedule ahead of time, but the site was built and the logo and that was done about 2 hours ago, but it had no posts on it at all. So I've switched on Masher. So you can see the schedule in the bunker. It's a golfing site. And this is what it looks like. You can see we've got 3, 4, 5, 6 articles so far. When the call started, we had 1. And I've set it to post quite frequently just for the first hour or so we can get a few in. Now, all these articles have been spun as well, but you'll notice because it's using the Banner Bear Face AI integration, you'll see how the faces being focused. Even that one there is a view of him from a long distance kind of shot, but he's still in the middle of the golfer. But if I click on this one and show you the actual image, you'll see it's a long portrait. You'll see how, and then if you look at this one over here, the trending posts, because I've clicked it myself a couple of times, you'll see how efficient the facial AI is. And then when you look at these little 4 squares here, really, really nice. And there as well. Let's get back to the home. Yeah, oh, look, and we've just had a new post come in, and it's actually a bear, which is okay. Some bear on a golf course. There's the original. And you'll see that there's Amazon going on at the bottom, which is done inside of here. You all know about money hooks. But let me show you, if I flick across to my test site, which has got some Formula One and all kinds of stuff going on, some news and things in there. So let me just log into this one. This one's not in the control panel, so I'll just log direct. Now, this is the admin for the back that Damon was showing you, but in the advertising section, we've now got the ability to click add to have the a home banner. So you can create a banner above the footer, just for the home screen, or always. So when you go into a post, it will show at the bottom. We've got the post top right. So when you click into a post, top right up here, which you saw, which is quite similar to the news blog. And obviously we've got the Google Ads text file that we built for you, but you'll see there's a new one called Home Random Spot. And what that allows us to do, and you'll notice it pops up an extra item. So if I just come off this and edit one. So here we've got, there's one here that's advertising something called Dib. So I've put home random spot, it's HTML, and you just embed the HTML for the what the advertising gives you. Our Autoblogs ads would inject this for you automatically. If you've already got some kind of code, you can drop it in. This is how you would put AdSense in as well. We'll show you how to size it and everything. But this is the code that would go in. And then you would put a title, whatever you wanted to say. And then you click update. But also, we can do images. So here I've knocked up an image, and it tells you on the side here, dependent on what homepage style you've got, this will change, and it will say, it'll give you the actual dimensions for best results for your image. So you say it's a random spot, but it's an image. You give it a title. You upload your image. You see, I've made just a quick rank your videos under one bit penguin. And then you can put the click to the offer that it's going to go to. So if that could be someone else's domain with your affiliate link, perfect. Make that active, click update. So that one's active. And you can add as many as you need and the system will randomly choose them whenever it feels appropriate to, it'll just, if you got 3, it'll pick the first one, then it'll probably pick the second one, might pick the first one again, then the third, and so on. I'll make these 2, I'll deactivate those, and I'll show you those in a bit. I'll get rid of that one just for now. So there we've got the HTML one and the image. So if we go to the site, then it starts to build the site. And as you scroll, you'll see that if you've got a BDI, you'll notice that this is actually an ad that's been injected into the same spot. Now, the actual image that this ad creates isn't the same size as our images, but you can see that we've still pushed the title level to match, which is quite nice. So we can't guarantee that an HTML image, HTML ad is going to be dead on, but it will still fit in our spot. And then if we keep scrolling, then the next time we might see an ad over here, we'll see now that it's advertised our image ad. And it's got rank your video on page 1 of Google. You can either click the image or the title. And then obviously if you click it, it opens a new tab with your offer. So that could be bouncing to someone's affiliate link that if anyone buys something, it's going to be, a lot bigger commission than a few pennies from AdSense. And early next week, we're going to add the ability for you to say how frequently you want this to appear. So like every 5, every 10, every 7, completely up to you. The minimum will probably be 5 because we don't want you to accidentally flood it and make it look add, because we don't want that. But if you wanted to say every 7th or every 8th, then we can do that kind of thing. And then again, it's randomly picked the HTML one. And as we scroll down, then there's another one with the, so you can see how we're layering this really nice clean. It doesn't really look like we're putting ads. Now, the beauty of what we've done with the posting side of it is, if I log back in, is we can also decide to bring one of your posts in so that it continues to show over and over. So you could, with RSSMasher, you could have an article that you've written yourself, or you've got a listicle like the 10 best graphical tools to use under $40, for example, and then that article gets put in as a post through the system. It posts it for you, but then you can use it as an ad to keep showing it on the homepage. So if we edit this homepage advert that I've added, you go over to post, and then the controls change to say select the post. And then you've got all the titles of all the posts so far. Obviously, as you've got lots and lots and lots, we'll do a clever kind of search for this so that you can just type in what you think that it begins with. But as this is hot off the press, we wanted to get it to you. You can just pick which article. So if we picked, say, one that we can remember, what does Freedom Day mean? Tick. And then we make that active. And you click up that. And then I will turn that one off just so that we can potentially see it a bit more often. But you can leave these in and just tick them like that, and that turns them on and off so that they're active or not. And then we will log in. And then refresh. And then as we scroll down, we will see this one here. You wouldn't, I mean, it's just a post, so it just looks like everything else. What does Freedom Day mean? Now, as we scroll down, we've now got our image ad because that's still active. And then as we scroll again, there's another image ad. And then what does Freedom Day mean? Pops up again. Perfect. And if obviously if you click it, it's just a post, but this post could be, you know, like I said, the best 10 graphical tools, blah, blah, blah. People could read it, your affiliate links in here, or it could just be a post that you want to get out there because it's a brand awareness for something that you are involved in, anything really. And this is the kind of thing that we will particularly be auto-injecting into your sites with the ads network that we're building. Any questions? I think there are a few.
Yeah, most of them are about, you have a special running, and here's what we've done this week. If you haven't been on our Facebook group, we have thought long and hard about how we do our pricing on Masher sites, because really, guys, I've been doing WordPress for 15 years, and I can build a WordPress site probably while I'm sleeping. The problem is I got to worry about security, people hacking it. I had a site hacked last month that I've had forever. You also got to worry about hosting fees, and just every time I go into WordPress, I have to update all the apps. Even though I've got an auto update feature on these, it seems like all the plugins have to be updated. So it's constant maintenance, and that's why we've gone to a Masher site. Is we want to do everything for you. All you have to do is set it up once and set it and forget it once you get everything tied in there. And you can use RSSMasher to inject your external content. So you don't really even have to go back into your Masher site to ever edit it. So anyway, we're building these. We got lifetime packages. We were doing monthlies and annuals. And if you're on a monthly or annual on Masher and you'd like to convert it over to a lifetime, whatever you paid, we're going to apply it to the Masher. And if you convert it into a lifetime credit, your monthly or your annual, we're going to give you a free site to go with it anyway. So I'm going to take over the screen share real quick.
Yep.
Okay, so you would just type in Masher sites, and they're all lifetime deals. You can buy a 3-site package for $500, a 10-site package for $1,000, a 20-site for $1,900. And I mean, it just goes up from there. These you can use them for anything. They can be a link pin, they can be a video view site, they could be a regular news site like something like this, or they could be something like this, a NewsBoard site. And we're going to be adding themes over the next couple of years. We're going to add probably another 4 themes that we've already kind of have in the planning stages. So you can use your credits for any of these themes that we're building. You know, if you're new here and you haven't ever seen what a video view site is, I'll just pull up a video view site. Here's a link pin. Let's do this. Here's a quick view news. I think I showed this. This is a link pin site. You can kind of see it's already changed since the last time we looked at it. In fact, this image was right over here. So it's constantly being updated. And I use this to feed my social sites. I want to drive them to the link pin site, because what happens on a link pin site is if they click on this, I want you to watch what happens up here on the tab. It opens a new tab, 50 cleaning tips. So this is on RSS super feeds. They come back over here, it's still open. So it just keeps opening new tabs and leaves this original site open. You can see I feed all my sites through here. In fact, this is a video view site right here, the top cruise destinations. So all I have in here are just YouTube videos. And I've got tons of YouTube videos in here. I've got ads in here. Google AdSense is running. And this doesn't, I mean, it's not, I'm not getting filthy rich off of it, but it makes probably a few dollars, anywhere from 50 cents a day to a few dollars a day. And I haven't touched this thing since I built it probably 12 months ago. So it's, you know, you just have to keep building them. You set up your social networks with them. So anyway, you can kind of see they're all driven off this link pin site. So that's what a link pin site. You saw the video view site and you've seen the news sites, and now we have the NewsBoard beta sites, and they're really easy to build. Now, you can use these. It's a one-time pay. You get 10 sites. We handle the hosting. We handle the Cloudflare, the firewall, the security. There's no plugins you have to put in. We even have two-factor authentication security if you want to use that. We have an encrypted API access. So the only way to get into this site to post anything is through RSSMasher or through VidPenguin 2. It's built in with, in fact, it's not even coming soon. It is, it's auto posting features. We're going to be adding an easy button for us to manage all your ads for you. It's probably 3 or 4 months away, but they're all clean and modern. These sites are what we use. Okay, so you have that Smasher sites. If you've already bought monthlies or annuals and you want to convert it over, we'll take whatever you paid and we'll convert it over, and we'll give you a free credit, Masher credit site if you do it before August. And if you need to convert, just reach out in the support section. Once you're inside of here, dashboard, training, just hit support right here. Let Wayne know you want to upgrade to whatever package you want. Now, if you want us to do all the work for you, you want a done for you service. We ran this back in May and we closed it down because we got a lot of orders, and we're just now kind of getting through the orders, but we're opening it up again. We have a team. It's me and a VA right now, and the VA is probably better at building sites than I am. In fact, she's on the call today. So what takes time in building any type of auto blog is finding the right RSS feeds to go in there, the ones with the best pictures, best titles, best descriptions, and setting everything up on the RSSMasher site. So we do all that for you in addition to building your site. Our special is if you select our done for you service, I'll scroll on down here, you're going to get a Masher. We're going to give you a credit to go with it. So you're not using up any of your credits at all. The only thing that you have to do is change your DNS. We will give you what to put in your DNS, and it's just simple as like Renee@cloudflare.com or whatever the current Cloudflare settings. We will set up your site. We'll build you a custom logo. So you'll have, let's see, we'll build you a custom logo like up here, or here's one that I'm working on. And I may change that around a little bit. We'll also add any social accounts that you already have set up. We'll add it in there. We're gonna build you an email to go with it. So you're gonna have a custom email that goes with your site. Any scripts that you have, we'll install them for you. And at the end, once we're done, I'm going to give you my traffic action plan. Now, this is what Wayne and I use step by step, everything that you do once you get your site built. Where to get your Google Analytics, your Google tag code, your Facebook pixel, all the information that you need to get started is in this traffic action plan. We get this with every site that we build, and once we complete it. Now, our special right now, this is $247 for a link pin. For a news blog, we'll build either that NewsBoard, the new one, or a existing news site for $397, and we'll do all the work for you, plus give you a credit, a lifetime credit to go with it. So even if you don't have any Masher sites and you just want us to build you some, you don't need to go out and buy any Mashers. Let us build them for you, and we'll put the credits in there for you. So you'll have a control panel just like this, and your Masher sites will be right here, your domain mailbox. You can put your Google Analytics in here. You can purchase additional Masher credits. And then we have the training is click here to get into the training. We have full training on how to build things. It really doesn't take long because you just follow the steps. Let's see. You just really kind of follow the steps going all the way through here. It's kind of set up in the order. You get categories, authors, site setup, and special scripts, terms and privacy. We build the pages for you. Oops, it's already timed out on us. So anyway, we will build that. And during the special is if you buy this site, this news blog, we will do a second DFY Masher news site for you for half off. All you have to do is check that and you'll get your next one for half off. Now, I know some guys are on the call today that we've built their sites for you. We are using a project management system called ClickUp, and we invite you into the ClickUp. You see step by step what we're doing. You can follow. We got I think one of our checklists is 45 things that we do to build the site for you. And we just kind of check them off so you can kind of monitor what we're doing. You get your traffic plan, and we have some other things inside the ClickUp in our project management. So you're going to feel like you're part of the management team. We're going to ask you about logos, about colors, about category names, and we do have a little bit of interaction. You just reply back through ClickUp, and it doesn't cost you anything to be in the project management team. But once your site's built, you're ready to go. So how do you get to it? It is through Masher sites, and it's really, go all the way back here. You just type in Masher sites /DFW service, DFY service. I live in DFW, that's why I keep on saying that. I'll put this in the chat mode for you. That's the DFY service. Or if you want to do it yourself, it's just Masher sites. And I'll put that in there for you. And really, if you want to do it yourself, they're not that hard to build. It's just, it takes time to find the right feeds. And we're constantly adding feeds. Let's see if I still got this up. Sometimes it times out on me here. Okay, there we go. Manage mashes. So there's my Hollywood. So if you don't know any feeds, we have some suggested feeds in here. So I'm just going to hit edit and website feed. You come over here and pick a niche. Got all types of niches in here. And we keep adding to this, and just kind of an idea. The ones that are lower in the list are the ones that are more recent that we've just added in here. 2Fab, if you're doing any celebrity stuff, 2Fab and Gossip Cop, those are by far the best ones to get good Hollywood news. It doesn't have Bollywood or any of the Euro movies in there, but those are good for celebrity gossip. Anyway, you select a number of articles, whether you want to spin it, and I'm actually spinning those 2 articles right there. And then we have a training on how to do all these other tabs in here if you're not familiar with RSSMasher. But once you get to the very end, you build your mash, and then you build your schedule, and then the schedule sends everything over to your Masher site, just like we showed earlier in the call. So that's how you get it over to your schedule, is down here. Now, we talked about external content. We have added a HTML editor. And let's just click on here, add celebrity. Sickles. See if I spell this right here. Listicles. Okay. So I can put a whole bunch of articles in this little group here, and then I would send it over to a Google Sheet. So I'll just hit add and put a description. And then this is a regular HTML editor. So you can add images, you could take whatever you get off Page Rewriter and just stick it straight in here, or Conversion AI, and you can add images, you can make it, you know, change fonts, do anything that you want. You can generate a title, you can do syntax. And then once you're done with external content, then you would move down to the next tab and say, I want to add it. So you would pick out whatever author you want, the Google account, have a whole bunch of Google Sheets. So let's just say it's Rss Feeds. So that's the Google Sheet I want to put it on. And content niche, this is what we just created in external content. So I would go celebrity listicles, and then I would just choose whichever article I want, and I can put it in as multiple spin tags, or I can just add article to G Sheet. Now your G Sheet would be linked in. You would have a MASH set up and a schedule set up on that MASH with the G Sheet, and it just flows through. So you do all your external content from this one location. So real easy to do. I know we got some guys that have never seen RSSMasher before. We have a lot of training on it, on how to do it, but we're gonna make it easy. It's Masher sites, they're lifetime credits. And guys, I know there are some cheaper lifetime credits for PBN networks out there. In fact, we even recommended PBN networks. Yive sites, we're going to be incorporating Yive sites into this probably within the next 30 days. So your Yive sites could point back to a Masher site or to a WordPress. We want Yive sites to point back to your money sites. They'll be all tier 2 links. And those are good ones. They'll be just the same as Blogger. So we got a lot of big plans coming up, and we just want to simplify our pricing. And that's what we did with Masher sites. And the done for you service is Masher sites / I think I put it in here, but just in case. Oh, I know what I did. Let's go to everyone. Masher sites. Okay. Wayne, any other questions on here?
No, not really. I think the one thing that we did with Masher sites, just to explain a little bit, is they automatically do everything without you having to think about it, so that Google gets, so that basically Google notices the site. Because if you look at how we've built them in, well, you haven't got to look, but if you did look behind the scenes, you would see that all the tags and all the things are in the right place, all the meta. But what the Masher site control panel does is it also builds a site map, and it constantly keeps refreshing it for you, so that when new sites, I think it runs every 90 minutes, so that when new articles get put on your site, it notices that and it rebuilds the sitemap for you. That sitemap you push into your Google search console, and so that they instantly know what to look for to get new articles indexed into Google. And every time I've gone through the process of adding a Masher site to into a Google News site, it gets approved. I've never been rejected, and I've tried. Even a link site is got accepted. I've got 2 news sites, because basically we've spent a lot of time on giving Google what they want. Is what, if I was to sum it up in a sentence, yep. That would be the sentence.
And we've set it up so that you can put your default meta in there, a description, meta keywords in case people are sharing it. You can even have a social image to share. And your Masher sites are also set up to create their own RSS feeds. So now we could do a summary post, or we could do a full content post. And let's see, full content, you tell it how many articles to put in the post, number of latest, so you can make it a Google News RSS feed, and that's what that is. And then you just hit update. or you can do a category. So if you want just Hollywood, if you want to use this RSS feed for something else, there you go.
In
So
fact,
that is just the Hollywood feed.
yeah, that is how I use it. Basically, when I'm doing it to go into Google News, I use the feeds from this to build the categories inside Google News. So you'd have a Hollywood, you'd have, what else have you got in there?
Like movie,
Yeah,
sports,
so you'd create sports, fashion, politics, videos, Hollywood, and then you'd pick the RSS feed from here and drop it in. And then that's how it would Google would keep looking at that feed to get the latest articles that are on your site.
Yep. And to get to your sitemap, and if you'll notice something is, we actually, when you spin the title, it's going to spin the slug up here. So this right here is a spun title, and it matches up here. So if I go back down, I just want to see what, let's see. Let's pull up Hollywood. I didn't have a read more links on some of these earlier ones. Okay, this is a Hollywood. So it's coming from the Gossip Cop. So it's, here's why people wear jeans to sleep, and some number there. Our story, these are the strangest reasons people love jeans to sleep. So I'm spinning the title, and the URL is completely different. The slug is completely different to what the original article was. So hope all this helps. I mean, we're doing everything we can to give you some really good, unique content in here. I apologize. I got somebody messaging me. Okay, I got that turned off. So anyway, any final questions before we're at the top of the hour? In fact, this is a new post here. Let's see. There is an email. There is an email builder for domains. So you can set up an email, a domain mailbox. They run $10 a year. Like for authentic Indian food, here's the mailbox name. Let's hit edit. So I've got a password, a mailbox name, and I can actually log into, we've got an email client system in here.
It's perfect for minion builders, so
Yep.
that when you create your accounts, you're using a real email rather than a Gmail.
Yep.
So if the worst happened, then your Google account got blocked, or for some reason, for example, and you've used the Gmail on all your Twitters and Tumblrs and things, you don't only lose the Google, you lose everything.
And I'll change this later. I shouldn't show this, but I'll change that password. But so, this is just like any standard email client that you would have here. So I've got 123 sitting in there that I probably could look through. So you could use this to mail in and out with if you wanted to, but we use it kind of as a backup on our minion building. Okay. So I don't think there's any other further questions. But guys, we encourage you, if you want us to build the site for you, we're standing by ready to go. If you just want to add a package of lifetime credits, you're ready to go too. Anything else to add before we sign off today?
No, really. Thanks for joining and watching what we've got.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Yep. Thank y'all very much. And we'll see you in 2 weeks on another call. Bye-bye.
See ya.